Maybe after this fight?
There's going to be a fight?
Wait, what?
Oh no, I ruined it.
Hey, welcome to Front Seat Gamer. This is episode 2 of our holiday special. If you don't know what this is, you should probably go back and listen to the first episode where I introduced everyone, and I'm not going to do that again.
We're not holding your hands today.
Yeah, we'll just get straight into it. So, Rory, do you want to take it away?
Welcome back, listeners. Previously on this podcast, they got some eggs, and they got some butter, and they got some flour and baking powder. They killed some of the local wildlife that the town depended on. They're now in the town of this hole, and they're looking for sugar, and they're looking for milk, so they can bake a cake to probably destroy an ultimate evil force of destruction.
An ultimate evil force that we don't even know anything about other than some old man that we found in the woods that told us about.
He came to the future to warn you that the Eradicator is coming. And you need to bake a cake, I guess.
To welcome him?
It's ambiguous. Okay. So last time.
We're in an alleyway, right?
You're in an alleyway.
And we just got the trench coat of butter, yeah.
You've got a trench coat.
And I'm wearing the trench coat now.
You're wearing the trench coat of butter.
Yeah. A buttery trench coat.
Excellent.
Your tiny goblin shirt with your tiny goblin trench coat over top of your bulking muscular form, stretching it to its limits.
Can we find a tiny goblin
hat?
Hat? Yeah. It's like a pork pie hat.
Okay, I'll add it to your quest list.
Yeah, add that to the list. With
milk, sugar, tiny goblin hat.
Yep.
Right, I'm done with that voice. My voice is gone. Okay. So, what's the plan? You're in an alley. You've got your new cult member goblin. The naked butter goblin has run off to be normal.
I want to talk to the our new Carrick? Yeah,
Carrick.
And say, because we busted some barrels broke and gunpowder came flying out, and I want to ask him, what's up with this? What's up with all this gunpowder? Like, there's a lot of barrels around here. Is this all full of gunpowder?
Yeah, it's our town's main export. We just produce a lot of cool fireworks. We produce a lot of gunpowder. We just make explosions, man. It's what we do. We're good at it. We're some of the best. We've got the best explosions. I guarantee you, before the end of this day, you are going to see the best explosion.
Do I have a lot of pockets in my trench coat?
You have so many pockets.
Okay, can I just start piling up gunpowder into my pockets?
You have pockets full of butter and gunpowder.
Just a little bit of butter. The gunpowder will stay dry enough.
Yes, yeah.
Can I throw a match at her?
No.
Does this town have a bank?
The town...
It's going to rob a bank.
Not really. We've got a kind of free economy thing going on.
Okay.
It's a barter system.
We use gold.
You barter with gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird.
Everyone's got to eat gold.
So what? Okay. So what do we want to do?
Do we have enough ingredients?
No, man.
No, we
need sugar and
You've
milk.
got sugar and milk.
Why don't we hold the town for ransom by using this gunpowder threaten to blow something up?
Oh, now you like my gunpowder.
Yeah. Why don't we plan a terrorist attack?
Okay, I'm gonna casually walk around the town, scoping out where the big stockpiles of gunpowder are. If they're just down alleyways, or just because these barrels are just down an alleyway.
The town is basically a stockpile of gunpowder.
So there's just everywhere.
Just everywhere.
We just realized that there's barrels of gunpowder just everywhere there.
Yes.
I reckon we could threaten blowing it up.
All right, who do we talk to? Is there a mayor?
There's a guy who keeps talking to you.
Yeah,
guys.
but who is that guy?
Yeah, we don't trust him.
Okay.
He didn't take us to the general store. He took us to Spider Chickens.
Yeah. Is
He's not
there
helpful.
I think we get our revenge, eh? I think
Yeah.
it's time to sit there and be like, listen here, Billy.
Is Steve going to talk them out of this?
Wear my trench coat.
Oh my god!
And then send him into town with a flare on or something. Yeah, that's what we want to do.
Yeah, we're gonna find that guy and we're
gonna strap bombs to him
to wear my trench coat full of gunpowder.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I believe we've teamed up with a bunch of thieves.
Okay.
I want no part of this.
See you. You're
Steve just stands off in the distance and stares at them disapprovingly.
It's just far in the distance over there.
Are you gonna try and convince them to change their ways, or are you just gonna watch?
Yeah. So hold on a minute. That guy said that there was a cow somewhere, right?
Yeah, goblin cow.
With the face of a goblin.
With the face of a goblin.
The body of a cow.
Can he point me towards that cow?
Yeah. He's like, oh, yeah, man, of course, just over that way. Also, I don't really appreciate you talking about blowing up my town in front of me, but yeah, it's over that way.
I put an arm around him and say, look, you're part of the group now, man.
Yeah, because you want to be part of a cult.
Yeah. You want to be cool, don't you?
I mean, yeah.
All right. You put this trench coat on.
It's occupied.
Wait, who are we talking to? Talking to Carrick or the guy who did us?
Carrick.
No, we don't want him to wear the trench coat. We want the other guy to wear the trench coat.
Oh, the other guy. Okay. So all right. You guys talk to that guy.
So we're going to splinter off.
Yeah, I'm going to go to the cow and get milk from the cow.
So you're going to go milk a cow.
I'm going to go milk a cow.
Plan a terrorist attack.
You guys, because look, we don't want to blow up the town. There's one cow in this town.
Okay, so we want to milk the cow first.
Yeah, if it gets blown up, there's no
milk. Cow milk.
Milk. Yeah.
Okay. And then you just need
That's
sugar.
like the
after
main
that.
thing
And
you
then we
get.
need sugar after that.
The sugar is the hard one.
Let's maybe milk the cow first and then exploit the town with a terrorist attack.
Yeah.
And say,
For
look,
that sugar.
if you don't give us sugar,
Yeah.
we're going to send our little, hazing prospecting dude in there with the bomb attached to it.
All right.
I feel like this is morbid. I love it. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
All right.
It's not how I saw the session go, but yes, carry on.
All right.
Hijacked it, bro.
Can what's his name? Korak.
Korak.
Can Korak lead us to the cow?
Yes.
All right.
Sorry, Carrick, not Korak.
Carrot.
Yeah.
Carrot. All right. Carrot.
It's not carrot. It's a K at the end.
Yeah, carrot. Carrot. Can you lead us to the cow?
Oh, sure. Yeah, man. Come on. Goes this way.
All right, cool.
He leads you not far from town. There's a small building. Looks like it's constructed of barrels mostly. And nearby there is a hideous cow tied up in pasture, just grazing.
How many legs has it got?
Huh? Oh, it's got 4 legs.
Oh, okay.
Just full cow, slight green tinge to its skin. Goblin face.
Does it speak like a goblin or does it just moo?
It turns towards you and goes, moo.
With the eyebrow raise as well.
Yeah.
Oh my
So
god.
bad.
It looks like it wants to be milked.
Yeah, it's like a sexy cow.
I don't think I like this.
I mean, I feel like we could summon spirits to go and milk the cow.
No,
I feel
you've
like
got a hazing guy.
We've got the hazing guy, but I feel like the spirits would be used to dry rubbing. So it's kind of
Jesus.
like they might be good at milking, you know what I mean?
All right.
They've done it enough by themselves. Like, this is a good time to get practicing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Do we
Okay.
have to woo this cow, or is it just going to let us milk it?
It wiggles its eyebrows at you. I don't think you need to woo it.
Okay, so it's ready to be
It's
milked
wooed
up.
enough.
This
Yeah.
cow's wooing you.
Okay,
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to send in 2 spirits because I
Okay.
feel like 2 is better than 1 in this
Yeah.
situation. I might be into that. To attempt to milk it.
Okay.
Oh, do we have a thing to put the milk in?
I've
They're
got
gonna
some
use their
spare
mouths.
pockets.
Just straight into the pocket.
Yeah, so we're going to milk the cow
Okay.
into the pockets.
Right.
The non-gunpowder.
Yeah, we don't want to mix this gunpowder with milk.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Wheat
Sure.
bits.
Sure. Yeah.
I've also still got the eggs.
You do still
I'm like
have
a walking
those.
cake.
Okay.
That's rude, but yeah. Okay. So the spirits approach the cow.
Yeah.
They look super nervous.
They're
super
they're
awkward.
absolutely terrified. This is their first
definitely
experience.
their first time milking a goblin cow.
Yeah.
They one of them sort of starts to build up the courage, and then the cow's like, "Hey, moo."
Oh my god. I really don't like this cow.
The spirits are too nervous to progress.
Okay.
And they convince them to just sit forward.
Yeah, well, the cow moves at them, and one of them immediately just quivers
Yeah.
and bends over slightly. Something's happened, and he's too scared to look around.
Yep.
And Dank Frank just walks up, courageous. He's just full of confidence. He's like, "Listen, mate, it happens to the best of us. What matters here is that you pick yourself up and you carry on. There's more than one shot in that barrel, son, and you've just got to carry on and make it happen, eh?" And he spiritually uplifts him, and do we pull a card to see if it works?
Yeah. Let's see if you can.
Excellent attempt.
You somehow convince this poor spirit that he's got to do something that he clearly both does and doesn't want to do. And I'm going to just sense the next part. You've got some milk. Congratulations. You leave.
There was the spirit approached, and then the screen went very pixelated around. And then he came back and he has some milk.
You got
What does
some
the cow
milk.
look like afterwards?
Satisfied, I guess.
Does a cow say
He's
anything?
smoking a cigarette.
Does the cow say anything?
Moo. Okay, let's forget that ever happened. You've got milk. Let's move on.
We need sugar.
We
We
need
can't block
sugar.
the town unless we get the sugar first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where are we going to bake this cake?
Oh no, we
Is there a
can't make...
bakery in this town?
Carrick's like, oh well, the Gunpowder Town. Do we have like an open fire in the Gunpowder? No. There's a volcano just up the road. It's not far.
You can't bake a cake.
You can bake a cake. No, you can.
Okay.
And this
sounds
sounds
like
like
it's got
some
something
goddamn
to
cakes inside volcanoes. Alright.
Carrick's like, yeah, you can definitely do it.
Where can we get sugar then? Do you know?
Oh, well, it's the dragon hoards sugar.
The dragon hoards sugar.
The dragon hoards sugar. That's what I call
Dragon
my
hoards sugar.
Hoards.
Hoards. Okay.
Is it a horde of dragons that have sugar, or is it a dragon that hoards sugar?
Dragon that hoards sugar.
Okay.
That's what I call my mother-in-law.
Dragon hoards. It's amazing.
Should we go? I mean, I'm not going, but you guys can go.
What?
Where is the dragon?
The dragon. Oh, she lives in the big house.
We're talking to Garrick, aren't we?
Yeah, to Carrick. Yeah.
Well, he's an initiate, so we're going to force him to go. We're going to compel him.
If I have to go see my mother-in-law, dude, I'm not going. I'm out. I'm out.
Oh man,
Let's.
she sounds tough.
I reckon we crack an egg over him, cover him in gunpowder, and tell him we're going to light him up if he doesn't.
How many
I'm
eggs
for
can we
that.
spare?
We've got one extra egg.
No, we got 2 extra, but I think it's good to have 1 extra so we can
Yeah.
spare one.
Can we crack an egg over him and cover him in gunpowder and tell him that he's got to do it?
We've also got flour. We can put the
Yeah.
flour on the egg to make him extra gross.
It's part of the hazing process. He wants to be part of the cult.
He's gonna come see the dragon.
You're gonna need a hell of a charm check to convince him to go see the dragon.
Should we all check?
Are you all gonna try and convince him?
Yeah.
I can guarantee Steve's not gonna
Oh,
try
Steve's
and
not
convince
He's not
him.
gonna do it, but I'll give it
Steve's
a
still shaken from that milking scene.
Steve seemed worse than
Anime Jones, are you going to try and help convince this poor guy?
Yeah, sure. All right.
Okay, everyone, charm check.
Let me give
Talk
it
him up.
Excellent attempt.
Excellent attempt. It's 1.
Listen, guy, you want to be cool, right? You know how you be cool?
Yes.
Steve does reapproach to
I got a fumble as well.
Uh-oh.
to help with the convincing
Okay,
because this
Here we
is
go,
part
Steve.
of his quest.
it's true. It's
Oh,
very
Oh yeah, this
important.
is part of why he.
This is part of why I'm here. I just wouldn't want to be a part of blowing up a bank.
Morally
Utter
doesn't agree.
failure.
Oh man, okay.
I guess Carrick's not coming with us.
So what do you say to him if that's another failure?
Just shout.
you get the failure, you've got to pay the price.
Look, son, we go along, and you die doing this. I can bring you back like me legless dog.
Papers.
You and Peepers can hang out. It'll be great.
You failed the check! He's like, nope, not doing it. I'm done.
Oh, but think of Peepers.
I'm not going to think of papers. Sorry, dudes. He takes off the jacket, wipes off the egg, and just leaves.
Can I have a jacket?
You can pick the jacket up. This time, when you attempt to put it on, it just rips a little bit when it goes over your bulky shoulders. But other than holes at the shoulders, it fits nicely now.
So I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt, a trench coat full of butter and gunpowder and milk,
Yes.
and now Carrick's.
And
jacket.
eggs.
Oh, which I assume is covered in eggs because we covered
it's
him.
got eggs and gunpowder on it. Yeah, so it's slightly flammable.
You've got a problem.
Gonna go see the dragon?
Well, don't we have to go blow up that guy who led us to the wrong place just for fun?
Let's get the ingredients before we.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
blow
so we're gonna
anything
be
up.
sugar
Blow
something.
the town,
Because I feel
yeah.
like if we set fire to anything, there's going to be a chain reaction that just blows up the entire
Okay.
town.
Go to
Yeah,
the
I think
dragon.
everything's going to get destroyed, so maybe we should get the ingredients, come back. And
Yeah.
then hold the town for ransom because that's what we're about now.
Yep. I guess that's what we're doing.
I didn't spend 300 years in a fucking box to waste my opportunity on blowing up a little town.
Do you want to try and convince them that they should do the right thing? Do you want to make a charm check? You have your cards back now. You've had a rest.
Scott probably doesn't want this to happen.
I feel like
This is my quest hub.
I don't have charm.
Oh, right. Well, then
I've
good
got
luck.
vigor and intellect.
When do these reset?
You can reset them now. You've had
Okay.
a rest. You've had a break.
Cool.
Yep.
Steve's not very charming.
He's not very charming, but he has an important quest. He doesn't have a choice but to convince these guys not to be idiots.
Fumble.
Okay.
We're definitely blowing it up.
Okay. So you return to town. What's the plan now? You don't know where the Dragon Slayer
So
is.
wait, he tries to convince us not to blow up the town.
Yeah.
I feel like Dank Frank slaps him and says, "Shut up, Billy, I'm in charge here. I'll be making the shot calls from now on. We don't know who you are, and you've been here for like 3 minutes."
Can you make a charm check to intimidate him into following you?
With the attempt.
It's not enough to convince this hardened necromancer.
Alright.
It's alright.
Does he summon that skeletal hand and slap you back?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oof. Okay.
Right,
Is
do
this
we,
going to escalate, or are you just going to leave it at that?
No, I just
Perhaps.
Just a little bit of a chin check, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. There's some disagreement, but it's how it ends.
It's
Okay.
decision one,
these fucking whippersnappers.
Yeah. So you go back to town. You don't know where the Dragon Slayer is. You're going to talk to people. You're going to talk to your old friend who showed you around.
I guess we will
Starwood?
talk to our old
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, you guys, you're still here. Oh, what's up? What's up? What's up, my boys?"
Take him by the scruff of the neck and say, "Listen, man, we asked for eggs and you sent us to a freaking monster.
I mean,
There was a store that had a shelf full of eggs.
you guys seemed kind of cheap.
Now shake him around!"
Yeah, he's shaken, and he looks pretty.
Good. All right,
upset
now
about it. What's next?
we need to find the dragon's lair.
I don't know what that is. Oh, there's no dragons around here.
We need to find Carrot's mother-in-law's house.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Lead us there, and if
Yeah.
if I see any sort of weird spider thing, if I see a spider web anywhere, I'm gonna slice you in half with this keytar.
Oh, okay. Can you give me a charm check just to see how pliable he's?
Fumble.
Do you got any charm?
I have no charm.
You've got no charm, evidently. He's like, it's that way. Just leave me alone. Just there, over there. He points to a big house. It looks pretty big and fancy.
Can I waterboard him?
Aren't we sort of on the street?
Yeah, I don't care.
You have the
we'll
equipment
go
on hand.
we'll go to the house.
Okay.
All right,
So you
I
approach
guess.
the house. It looks ostentatious, overly ostentatious. There's just many skull decorations, just way more like a pillow, like Corinthian pillars made of skulls. Just doesn't fit the area.
Are they all
at
human skulls?
Some look like they're goblin skulls. Some look like they're like puppy skulls.
Okay, that's fine then.
What?
Oh, good.
As long
Okay.
as they're not all human, that's fine.
Yeah. You want some representation in your.
This is the year 300, man.
Yeah.
Diversity.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Okay, so you head up to the house.
I guess we'll knock on the door.
You hear a voice from like, "It's open, come in." You gonna come in?
Yes.
Of course.
Can I stealth in first?
Yeah.
quietly
So
check
you're
it
gonna
out?
sneak in. So you're gonna sneak in through the just following them from behind, or are you gonna go in a side window or something like that?
Or can like go around the side or the back? Or
Is there a
something.
dog door?
Hmm?
Cat flap?
You're gonna crawl in. I try to open the door and you go through that.
So you go get a subterfuge check to see how successfully your hulking form sneaks
Fumble.
around. Okay. Yeah, so you try and sneak around the house. Meanwhile, these guys go in the front door, and you just go inside. Inside, it's just carpets for days. Like there's flowers that look like haven't been watered in a while, and many ostentatious vases. And you can hear a voice from the other room, from definitely a room that would be considered a sitting room or a dining room, which is like, "Oh, come on in, don't be scared."
I say, we're Carrot's friends.
It's like, "Oh, goodbye, see you later."
Oh yeah, I think it's
Have we seen her face to face yet?
No, she's in the other room.
I continue going in.
Yeah, you keep going in? Okay.
Yeah.
You come into the room and she's like, oh, you came in. She is probably the most dressed up goblin you've seen. She's got frills and all sorts of stuff. She's still seems to be trying to fit in with the times. She's got a cap that she's wearing backwards over top of her. Definitely a wig hair. But she's also wearing big frilly dresses and there's candelabras and stuff. She says, well, what brings you to my abode?
Hello, madam. My friend...
A man who talks like a gentleman, for once.
I'm up from around here.
Clearly.
My friend misspoke when he said that we were friends of your carrot. We just know him in passing. We hear you have sugar.
To know him.
We hear you have sugar.
Oh, my dear, I have plenty of sugar. Are you wanting to borrow some?
Borrow might be one way to put it, ye?
Well, I do. Of course, it's only neighbourly. Only neighbourly. What? Oh, how much sugar are you after?
I reckon just a cup.
Oh.
There's a cup, right?
So what the recipe called? What is the recipe called?
What the recipe called for?
Just a couple of
Cup of sugar, yeah.
She's like, yes, well, why don't you have a seat at the table while I grab some for you?
Certainly.
You sit down. And what are you guys going to do? Well, you've like...
Well, I fumbled my stealth, so I assume I'm at the back, looking at my reflection in the window.
You
like, there's another troll in that house.
You hear a tinkle of glass as some glass is broken around the back door, just as she's about to leave. She says, well, what is that? Oh, it's probably nothing. You're in the back. You're in the house accidentally.
Accidentally in the house.
Accidentally went
How did
through
this
the back
happen?
door. You kind of fell through the back door when you tried to like lean up against it. It just cracked under the ogreish weight, and you're inside now. Sorry, that was offensive. Trollish weight. Okay, so she goes into the back room and sees you there in the kitchen, just sort of standing awkwardly with the door. So yeah, you've now met this woman. She says, "Oh, what are you doing here?"
Did she already give us sugar?
No, she's getting it.
She's going to get to the kitchen to get it. You've arrived in the kitchen.
Can I try to just sneak past her?
You just freeze.
The eggs!
Go for it. Try and sneak past her while after she's seen you.
So I got an excellent attempt.
You just nonchalantly sneak across the room. She's what? What is? As you walk past, out into the dining room, out where you heard.
Is
I
that
can
where we
just
are?
these guys.
Are we in the dining room?
Yeah, you're all in the dining room. Steve's
Okay.
taking a seat.
Okay. I feel like Dank Frank just starts pocketing items around the dining room.
Okay, sure.
I'll go to the door and watch the door.
Yeah.
So are you just going to walk into the dining room? You see the three of them there. He's sitting down at the table. He's rifling through the silverware. I don't know.
I'm at the door to the dining room where we are, and I'm keeping an eye out for when she comes back.
Okay. And you see Rick Troll just sort of sneakily saunter into the room casually. Are you just going to sit down at the table, or are you just going to...
I just want to blend into the background. I saw my reflection outside. I'm not too happy with it. I don't want to be noticed
Stands
right
against the paper and is like,
She like pops out of the into the doorway after you and like looks at you. She isn't even noticing you because she's watching you, but you sort of stand there and she's, I guess you're with them. She goes back into the kitchen and keeps rifling around in there. You've got a bit of time to talk while she looks for the sugar. What's the game plan?
Was she wearing a tiny goblin hat? What kind of hat was that?
She was wearing a baseball cap turned
I don't
backwards
know.
over top of her wig.
I think that she's kind of into what's your character's name?
Steve.
I think she's kind of into Steve.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of considering trying to charm Steve into wooing her.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Steve. What do you want? She's old and alone. She doesn't look like she's had much company around this place. You've been stuck in a box for 300 years.
He's got his ghost wife with him.
Yeah, but I mean, a ghost wife can't, do the things that a goblin wife can.
She can when I put her in a corpse.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
Time to lay down a bit of pipe, mate. So I think that, I'm going to give him some herb that I've grown through my cult. Attempt to take him in a different mindset and make him woo her for sugar.
Look here, mate. I came here for sugar. I didn't
get
came here
some
for any
sugar.
more of the granulated type. I'm not going to go and fuck this up by trying to lay some pipe, as you kids put it.
Can I attempt to change his mind?
You can use an intelligence check to realize this is a terrible idea. Go ahead and check off against each
Can
other.
I like to switch my guitar to Barry White and just start playing some smooth love-making tunes.
Give a check to assist.
With the attempt. Overwhelming success.
Oh.
Yes! You're gonna get laid, boy. Goblin.
Well, that old goblin lady.
Yeah.
No, fuck this. I'm using my intellect.
Okay, go for it.
Draw again.
Yeah, go from the top.
Fumble! Fuck! Alright.
You're a pimp now. That's amazing. So she's obviously happy about this happening.
It seems like it's probably a good idea.
So what? I go into the kitchen.
You commune with your wife's spirit briefly, and she's like, "Look, it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to find someone else. I think this man has a strangely compelling argument. I think she might be. It's time for you to you need to move on with this goblin woman."
You just got outside the box. It's time to get back in, mate.
Alright, we'll move on. But I'm keeping your soul.
She's like, "Yeah, that's fine. I'll still be around if you just need a good time."
Wait, actually, I'll have a suggestion for you. Could you put your wife's soul in the goblin body?
Oh,
Do it.
Oh,
I mean, it's a win-win, right?
yeah.
I could... Sure, but... I don't even know why I'm fucking her in the first place. She's already getting sugar.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're gonna get more out of it. She's probably gonna be more susceptible suggestions after this. Or you can raise your wife's soul and maybe attempt a menage a trois.
Why don't you put Peeper's soul in there?
I ain't fucking peepers. I don't see any peanut butter.
Oh my god. Well, we can ask her if she's got that. She's got sugar. Why not?
She comes back with the sugar. Is there anything
Lights
else?
playing in the background.
Is there anything else I can help you
I
with?
turn to these guys and say, let's leave these two alone.
The lights slowly dim in the room.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm still just around the corner playing Barry White.
The three of you leave and go back to the town centre.
Yeah.
Now that you've got your sugar.
Now it's up to you two to figure it out.
You've got all the sugar. You've got all the ingredients you need to bake the cake now, and you know where the volcano to do the baking is.
Yeah.
Are you going to head that way?
Well, I think it's more important that we cut to what Ed's doing. And he is the one trying to woo her, remember? So I'm sure it's important for him to do a bit of a dialogue of how he's going to do that.
Well, okay, so we'll cut back to Ed. And a rather disappointed looking elderly woman. She's like, that was very quick.
Well, it has been, what, 300 years?
You better be off. I'll maybe I'll call
I
her.
don't get to make a vigor check?
Yeah. I feel like he needs a little bit of a check out. Make sure he's going to be alright.
I'm giving you an out, man. Take it.
Oh man, Steve's got pride.
Okay, vigor check.
Utter failure.
Oh, no! Are you going to burn a vigor? Have you got...
Basically just shooting dust.
This is really not where...
Man, you really felt it that I gave you nothing but opportunities here and... Mate.
Steve doesn't do love.
Steve can't do love, it seems. Oh.
You meet back with the others in town.
That was quick.
Don't know what you mean.
So, what's the plan? Time to bake a cake?
Yeah.
But
So
do we need to blow up the dude first? We're done with the town, right?
we
So
are
can blow
done
up
with
that
we
dude.
are done with the town.
He's done with the town. He's wanted from this town.
Yeah. To hide your shame, we should blow up the town.
Yeah.
no one will know.
Steve's needs, now it's time to meet ours. It's time to hold this town for ransom.
Okay. What's the plan? How are you going to do this?
We have to find that dude and convince him to wear my trench coat full of gunpowder. But first we have to put the milk somewhere, because that's in my pockets too.
Yes, good. Okay, what are you going to...
I think we can get the spirits to hold the milk.
Yeah.
I can summon some spirits to hold the ingredients while we...
They're kind of incorporeal.
I mean,
I don't know if
Yeah,
they
okay, yeah, fair enough. Maybe we could...
There's some barrels lying around. You could empty them and transfer...
oh yeah,
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll empty a barrel and put the ingredients inside.
Yeah. Is there a small enough barrel to carry? Like small, what would you call
Like
it?
a little keg?
Yeah, like a little keg.
There are some smaller barrels that have like colourful painting on them, which have words like kablooey and
Oh.
Flamo
Nice.
and wahoo on them. Appear to be just fireworks.
Oh,
They're
cool.
also
Let's
produced.
crack one of those open.
Can we
and put
crack
the
one open and
ingredients in
empty whatever's inside it into the pockets?
Give me a subterfuge check to break it open without...
there. Oh wait, no. First of all, we don't want to do this out in the open.
Okay.
Are there any barrels like that down alleyways that are not in the main sort of area that people might be looking?
Yeah. Yeah, you go down inside where there's... Or you can just roll one of them. They're small enough that you could just carry it with
I
you.
mean, can we crack them open inside Carrick's shop and then he can taunt him about banging his mother-in-law? So if you don't want anyone to know, you're going to let us do this here.
Is that a taunt though?
I don't know.
I don't think he liked his mother-in-law.
She's going to like him even less now.
You're suffering a fair amount of regret right now. A deep sense of shame.
I'd rather not draw attention to it.
What
Okay.
did she look like with her wig off?
Like a goblin.
We can put it on.
Cow.
He kept it on and turned it around the other way.
I don't think they got to the undressing part.
Makes sense. Fair enough. It's been 300
It
years.
was-
A long
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it was over at the first graze.
Okay, so you take the gunpowder down the back alley and attempt to crack it. Who's cracking it open?
I'll hack it open with my keytar.
Give a subterfuge check to not set it off in the process of doing that with your...
Overwhelming success.
Okay. So
Cleanly just shunk.
you take the lid off, you empty the gunpowder out on the ground, and empty the little sparkly thingies. It looks like there's some glitter in there as well. It looks like fun fireworks. And you replace it with milk from your
Nice.
trench coat pockets. You now have all the ingredients you need stored in a more reasonable container. You can put the lid back on because you chopped
Awesome.
the lid off so cleanly.
We also put like the eggs and the sugar and stuff in there too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You
Put
just
everything in there.
stick it all
so
in
it's
there.
all in one.
Nice.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool, so now I just have a trench coat full of butter and gunpowder.
Yes. Okay.
Now we need to find that dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You can hear him from here.
Scared him. I'm sick of this guy.
He's in the middle of town. He's just bossing other goblins about.
What
Just telling
what
them
is
they-
he? Like,
A
what does he
goblin.
do?
Boss people about.
So he's the boss. He's the
He's the guy who bosses people about.
Alright, cool.
I
don't know
think
if the
he's
boss,
like
but-
the town sort of asshole, you know? Like,
Yeah, that might be a fair
Do
approximation.
people listen to him though? Like they do pay attention to what he's saying? Like he's got influence?
They seem to do what he says to stop him telling them what to do.
I think people will be glad that if we take this guy out.
Yeah, we're doing everyone a favor.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you go grab him.
We're vigilantes. Like
Are you
Batman.
just gonna like run up to him and grab him?
I think,
Drag him away?
Blake's character goes up to him and just shakes him again.
Yeah, I'll walk up to him. He's. I'll paint the picture.
Yeah.
He's bossing people around up there with his back towards us, and I'll just walk straight up to him and grab him from behind and just raise him up and start shaking him.
What's going on?
And I also want to look at what the other goblins around, how they're reacting. Are they happy to see me shaking this guy?
They give him and you a look that's like, oh, it's gonna be a show. It's gonna be a show. That's gonna be good.
Oh.
I feel like we might even be able to take over this town instead of blowing it up. By taking this to this
that's
place.
our town.
They're like,
Yeah.
they could be
Actually-
our goblins
Actually,
now.
I like that more. This could be your new cult compound.
Yes, this could be my new cult compound.
And we could farm delicious spider chickens.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yep,
could do that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
gunpowder.
Yep, sounds good. Not where I saw this campaign going, but yes. Okay, so you shake him a bit. He looks shaken. Hey, what are you doing? What's going on?
So who are you in this town?
I'm the person who brought civilization to this place. I brought radium here, and everyone became much more chill. It's no longer all goblin-y. Isn't it? They all owe me, really.
I reckon we should look out at the crowd and ask them what they think.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
It's a good cult leader.
Well, one of them was, well, he's a bit of a dick. I mean, yeah, we've got civilization now, but we've got taxes. We've got to pay money to his goblin queen wherever she is, and now we've got governors to answer to and stuff.
I think
think
it's time for a speech.
Takes a step forward and starts giving an inspiring speech about
Yeah.
how
Go for it.
true community comes from sharing, and that this one guy hoarding all of the riches from this town is not a good thing, and that he's actually a what's it called? Like a evil leader. What is it called? Like, what's Hitler? Like a
a dictator.
Yeah, he's a dictator. He's an evil dictator.
He's a
and
Hitler.
and how what this town really needs is communism, where we all share and we all put in the hard work, but it's all shared out equally through the town.
And given to you first, and then you distribute it.
Yeah, but given to me first, and I'll distribute it evenly and fairly. Maybe we should have a political debate.
No, socialism's dumb. Listen to me. It's better to follow your betters, and I'm your betters. I'm better than I'm the smartest one here. I've spent so much time around radium. It's made me very intelligent.
So if
Don't listen to
if
this
you're so
fool.
better, why can I shake you so easily?
It's not my fault I was born so shakeable.
I flip him upside down and shake him again.
So you two both give me charm checks to I guess to
fumble.
intimidate him.
Oh well.
And,
It's up to you.
Okay.
Oh.
He resists your shaking. He holds himself. And he shakes at the same time, so he remains.
He
in the
shakes
same
in the
spot.
opposite
Overwhelming
direction.
success.
Overwhelming success. Are you gonna start? Yeah. So people are like, yeah.
I start shouting revolution.
Revolution. Blow him up. Blow him up. Blow him up.
Oh wow, okay. That's
Everyone's
awesome.
instantly super on board with the idea of exploding this dude. Okay, so what's the plan? Everyone's chanting blow
So
him
I
up.
put the trench coat.
I think we put the trench coat on him and send him out.
I'm gonna
With
take
a
my
fuse.
little jacket off first, and then
Okay.
I gotta take the trench coat off to give to you guys.
Okay, yeah. So you take the trench coat off. You probably want to take the butter out.
Oh, you can't. It's
No,
just
the-
like greasy
Oh,
butter.
right.
Yeah. We've got the butter in the
You've got
barrel,
some-
but
We've got
it's
the
just-
sticks of butter. This
yeah,
is
yeah.
just excess butter.
It's just butter residue.
It's just a
Mixed with
buttery
gunpowder.
jacket. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you take him out into the. Well, whereabouts are you taking him?
The front gates of the town.
Okay, yes, it's a decent distance away from
Yeah,
the rest
yeah.
of the gunpowder. Yeah. So you take him out, and he's like, "No, this is atrocious. This is unacceptable. This is uncool," as the kids say.
Is there one of those kaboom painted barrels around?
Mhm.
I would like to take that and tie it to his back,
Yeah.
and I would like to attach a long fuse
Okay.
to it.
No.
I push him out the gates and say, "Start walking,"
He's like, I would rather not.
and then I light the long fuse as he's walking off.
Oh dear. He just starts running around like a headless spider chicken, just not knowing what to do.
Yeah, run away from the town. Run away, not towards the town.
When you say that, he's like, no, and he starts running back into the town.
Oh shit!
What's the plan?
I'm gonna use my death grip hand
Okay,
to like smack him
just
back.
punt him back.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. That's going to be an intelligence check to...
Oh shit! I already used that.
Oh. Here we go.
Let me
Let's see
shuffle.
what
Let me
happens.
shuffle.
Yeah.
How far
This is
off
the
track
difference
is this
between
campaign?
everyone there.
Fumble!
Oh no!
Oh no.
Can I club him with my trident?
Yes, you can
You
attempt
gotta be
it.
close to him though.
I'll run up to him. It's fine.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's a vigor check.
Yeah.
Overwhelming success.
You run up to him, you just punt him with your trident, and then you just, like, slowly turn around and walk away, and then he just explodes.
Whoa!
There's red fireworks and sort of red.
She doesn't
mist,
turn
like,
around
she doesn't
at
turn
the
around.
explosion and walks off in slow motion.
Yeah. And
Wow.
then there's cheering from the town. Yay! We're finally free. Sort of. And they're like, okay, what do we do now, great leaders?
Should we investigate his body?
Yeah,
I don't think there is a body.
We can investigate.
There's some over there and some over there.
Smoking pile, yeah. Let's see if there's anything left. It looks like he had an unusual-looking radium sphere that would probably have been good to use as a weapon if he had the courage to use it. He has a chain bolt orb, which you can use to fire chain lightning between enemies as your weapon. So who wants to take this weapon using combat?
Probably one of the long range people.
You have to be kind of close to an enemy to start the chain, but
Okay,
range
well,
one,
then-
so sort of mid-range.
I'm pretty long range, so yeah.
I'll take it.
You'll take it? You think
Yeah.
it would be good for you? Yeah. You've got it. Steve now has a new weapon. Okay, so...
Stick it in one of my grandpappy's eye socket.
Shove it in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Everyone in the town is like partying now, waving sparklers around and things like
All right,
that.
cool.
And they just pulled out open crates of booze. Who knows where they came from? They just start downing them, and almost immediately, everyone in the town is completely drunk.
Steve drinks as well.
You drink as well.
Yeah.
Drink away the sorrows, the memories. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we see this volcano?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
actually. It's surprising that you couldn't see it before, but now it's
Never
just
noticed.
fairly in the line of sight. It's fairly close. It looks like a nice sort of pleasant walk over to it.
Okay, cool.
You want to head over there?
Should
and
we leave this
investigate?
town to it? And then...
I think we should make the town like carry us there on like palanquins type thing.
Oh, good
We're
idea.
the leaders.
Yeah.
Like what we want to happen is
Yeah.
going to happen. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, give me a spot check to see if you can find anyone who's sober enough to carry you. It's been like 5
no
minutes
drink-
since they started
no drink
drinking,
driving
so...
Also, wouldn't you need like some really strong town people to carry me?
Yeah,
you
you need
need-
quite a few.
Yeah, like
But I mean, it's a whole town. What's the population? of
50,
the town?
50 goblins can carry.
Okay,
What do we got?
worthy attempt.
You find some goblins that are not too intoxicated already, but it's been like 5 minutes. Most of the town is completely drunk now.
Okay, so maybe they piggyback us instead of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I would like... I like to ask some of the goblins, the ones that are sober enough, to carry some of those barrels with us,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I expect there to be some sort of fight at this volcano, and I think like barrels of gunpowder might be helpful.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree. Maybe use them for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How
sounds good.
many goblins?
It's 4 or 5.
Okay, so
Yeah, not
can
enough.
they carry one barrel each?
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Did
right.
the
Cool.
trench coat blow up?
The trench coat
Yeah.
blew the hell up. Yeah.
That's cool.
It looks fantastic though.
No.
Yeah. There are little leather streamers just raining down on the party. Blood-stained, butter-stained streamers. Okay, so you make your way to the volcano. It's a nice,
Yep. We've
brisk,
got our
nice
troop
brisk
of,
walk.
goblins behind us.
You make your way to the top, and the volcano is very, very warm. You get to the top. Around the caldera, there's smoking embers. There's ash clouding the air. There's fire all around you. And it seems like the perfect place to do some cooking. Now, you turn over the piece of paper, and you see the instructions for what you need to do. We need to put them in a metal bowl and whisk it with a whisk, and then place it in an oven or lava for 10, maybe like 3 rounds. Yeah, 3 rounds tops.
3 rounds.
And
Did we? So we
the
had
food will be
we
ready.
had this these list of ingredients, and we never flipped over to the side to see that we needed a metal bowl.
No, you neglected. You didn't remember about that part. You were distracted with other things
So do
until this
we
point.
don't have a metal bowl or whisk.
So you look over the volcano, and you can see it looks like there was actually some fights here in the past. There are some destroyed corpses. There's some volcano bleached skeletons and ashen remains. You see one of them is wearing a nice conical helmet that you could probably is like the perfect shape for making a sort of sponge cake thing. That's what you've got going on. You also see a weapon that's been melted by the heat on the other side of the volcano, round the rim, which has sort of been bent into a sort of whisk-like shape, which might be perfect for whisking.
Wow.
You know.
Lucky.
There's some other stuff.
What is it?
There's a bunch of other armor and equipment, but it's kind of irrelevant
Yeah.
for cake baking, so why would you even need to think about it? So, it's time to roll initiative as we begin to bake. Who's got the ingredients?
Who was carrying?
The townspeople in the barrel.
Yeah.
No, they were carrying the gunpowder. I think I was probably carrying the actual barrel with the ingredients in.
Okay, so I'm going to place these goblins behind you. The two of them have actually made it all the way up the volcano. The rest just chickened out. So you've got two barrels of gunpowder, and carried by slightly intoxicated goblins, though they seem to have sobered up a bit on the walk up.
It's fine.
I'm going to lay out initiative, and then we can see who's going first. You guys got a game plan? You guys ready for this?
I think we obviously just go. And
I don't know what. Yeah.
What are we fighting?
Like, I reckon I can switch off and get the whisk thing because I'm like closest to it.
So we're just expecting something to be
bad
here,
to
right?
happen,
Like
100%.
we see all these like weapons and stuff around of past battles, and we're like, something is bad is here.
Yeah,
Maybe we send the goblins out.
Yeah,
I don't want to waste the gunpowder.
Maybe we make them drop the gunpowder and go up. Or do they have to carry it?
I was planning on like having them carry it, and then I'll throw a fireball and.
Okay.
I whisper this. I say this to you while there's a goblin standing right between us.
Well, first to act is Anime Jones.
Oh shit! Okay.
You going to send the goblins forward, or
Nah, leave them, bro. I reckon let's go get the whisk in the.
You know what? I'll just head toward. I'll just do it myself.
Are you still holding the cake mixture?
Yes. Oh
It
yeah.
should be on your spirit then, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll move the cake icon to your location.
Yeah. So is there an actual like oven?
No, but there is a
There's a pool of
pool
lava.
of lava that looks like
Okay.
it's perfect for.
Is that like
submerging-
one of these infernos?
Yes, those inferno. There's 2 infernos on the board.
Okay.
Any further out into the volcano, this area that doesn't have tiles on
Right.
it, there is an area that is just
I'm gonna start-
death lava.
Okay.
I'm gonna start creeping forward,
Okay. The ground sort
watching very carefully of anything moving around.
of, the ground sort of cracks a little bit under your feet, and then sort of steam hisses through as you step on the sort of blackened surface. But you make your way towards the helmet. Are you just going to do it slowly, or are you just going to go for it?
I'm just gonna do it slowly. I'm being real
Okay.
cautious.
So you move cautiously. Nothing terrible
Nothing
seems
crazy?
to have happened yet. It is now Rick Rock Troll's turn. What's the plan?
So I think I would start by taking off my jacket and then my Hawaiian shirt. And I'm going to stop and take a selfie with the volcano so I can post it to my social media with the hashtag #TakeMeBack. And then I'm probably going to move and follow Anime Jones so I can
Okay.
help out over there. Can I move 1 or 2?
Well, the social media stuff probably took your action, so you can move 1. Okay, it is now Steve's turn. But just as Steve is about to move, the lava trembles and 2 kind of cute-looking fire sprite creatures just burst out of it. They've got glowing radium eyes, and they look at you, and they look like they want to hug you with fire. So one bursts out right here, right in the middle of the battle arena, and one bursts out between the 4 of you and the whisk.
Who's gonna be controlling those goblins?
If you give them orders, someone takes a turn giving them orders, then
Yeah.
the goblins will move
Okay.
forward. For now, they're just quivering in fear.
Does that mean that on all of our turns we can just give them orders, so they
Yes,
can just
yeah.
keep moving?
Yeah,
along?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well, once per round.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the plan, Steve? Oh, yeah, if you haven't drawn your combat cards, draw cards from your combat deck now. As monster sprite things appeared,
I will move up to Monster Sprite number 1.
the closest one. Yep.
Yep, and I will desecrate the ground.
Ooh. Place desecrate. Corrupting
so-
the ground around you.
Yep.
This is covering a large portion of the battlefield. Everyone is currently in this desecrated ground except for the helmets. So yeah, everyone's desecrated.
Does it have a 1 tile range?
It does, yes. I believe.
Yes, it's that.
So does it start the tile on this tile? Oh no, it's just that tile. Never mind. I nerfed it way more than I remember. Yeah, just that tile.
Sweet.
Okay, so that is now the creature looks down, and looks up at you with wounded eyes. Why? Why would you do this to me? It seems to say, with its otherwise cute, adorable face. It is Dank Frank's turn.
I'm gonna move one space this way.
Okay. You're moving closer to the fire sprite and closer to the whisk.
I'm actually gonna spend an action just to move another step.
Okay. You can attempt a vigor check to just run for it if you want and see if you can get there in one turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Well, that's not quite enough, so yeah, you get the 2 spaces.
Cool.
Yep. You're right next to the fire sprite, and it looks at you, and sort of 2 little flamey arms come out. And it looks like it's trying to get closer to you. It is now the little fire sprite's turn. The one right next to Dank Frank is going to take a step back, and then little fiery arms fly out and grab you, and it hurts like a mother. You take 3 damage from these little cute little flaming hands.
Got a life card straight on top.
What does it say?
After being damaged, you heal 3 and may remove the status from yourself or an ally in range 3.
Okay, so you basically recover all of your life except for that trigger card. Yeah.
Cool.
The other one is now standing on the desecrated patch, so it will take 3 damage. And it is...
2 damage.
2 damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it is going to... Let's see what it does.
I mean, you can do 3 if you want.
It disappears in a puff of smoke.
Oh.
And reappears right here. Range 3. It appears right here.
What?
Right next to Dank Frank. And it then pushes him. And he falls back into the inferno. You slip and fall into a little bit of lava.
Can he do a check to resist it or anything?
He can do a check on the start of his turn to avoid falling deep into the lava.
Okay.
And that will be the little sprite's turn. And it's up to back to the top of the round. It is Anime Jones' move.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to cast Wicked Bolt at the one that is standing next to the whisk.
Okay.
And that's let loose a barrage of corrupted bolts to 3 damage to a foe in range 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's range 3, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. 3 damage, you say.
And that's just my classic solo on my guitar and just fireballs come out the end of it.
Nice. The fire hits the fire creature, and although it doesn't seem to affect it physically, it affects it emotionally, and it looks a little bit wounded.
I don't have any other... I don't have water or anything.
But it does do 3 damage to it, even if it's emotional damage. It is now Rick Troll's turn.
Oh, are you going to move or anything?
You can move.
I'll move towards the bowl.
Okay, so you're now on the same tile as the bowl, and
Yep.
you can put your bag of ingredients in the bowl.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. You're not going to break the eggs or anything like that? Or you just put the eggs in whole? The instructions didn't explicitly state to break the eggs.
I think I'll
first.
wait until
Okay.
these monsters are dealt with before I start baking anything.
Okay.
But it has to go on the lava for 3 turns.
Oh, does it?
Yes, you should probably do it.
Oh, but
soon.
the whisk is on the other side. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll break the eggs. I'll prepare the ingredients then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that. You've already attacked this turn. So
Okay,
you
yeah.
can't
So
attack
next
the
turn I'll have
eggs.
to...
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't do damage to the eggs if you've already dealt
Do
damage
damage
to
to
something
the
else. It is now Rick Troll's turn.
I don't know what to do.
I reckon attack things, because I'm going to try and gun it for that whisk, but I can't attack when I go to pick it up. So
Right, and then
maybe try and take them out.
where are the enemies?
They're all over here.
Oh, okay.
Right beside me.
I can't do shit.
You can just dash across the battlefield.
How far can I go?
You can move 2 to 3 squares based on whether you succeed on your vigor check or not.
Okay, I'm gonna try to move all the way over.
Okay. Overwhelming success.
Wow.
You go for it. 1, 2, 3. Now you're right next to one of these fire sprites. That'll be your turn up. It is now Steve's turn. Go,
Alright.
Steve.
I'm gonna move one closer to the little guys.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna discard... Oh, I'm gonna draw a card.
Oh, yeah.
That's a smoke hitting.
Discard a death grip and use my chain bolt orb.
Oh, nice.
So I deal 4 damage to the closest guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 damage to a foe 1 tile from them.
Yes, which is the other guy. So your lightning arcs from your Grab Happy Skull's eye socket and zaps both of these creatures. They their form fragments a little bit as their energy dissipates, and there's a little fire tear rolls down their eyes. It is now...
Steve smiles for the first time.
It is Dank Frank's turn.
Alright, I'm going to move. Oh, yeah. So,
Do a vigor check to see if you're going to take the damage or take half damage.
With the attempt?
With the attempt. Yep, you managed to get out of the lava before it hurts too much, so you take 2 damage. Okay. Then what are you going to do?
Then I'm going to move 1 space diagonally towards the...
Whisk?
Yeah. And then I guess use an action to pick it up?
You can it's just lying there. You can just grab it while you're doing other things.
Okay, well, I'll grab it and then I will... Oh, sorry, I get to pick up another card,
Yeah.
I will grab it and then I will use Living Plague to unleash on a foe, dealing them 3 damage. So I'll do it to the little fire sprite that's like right next to me.
Yep. The thing takes 3 damage. It looks very wounded, very sad, and has the Living Plague on it. Okay, it is now its turn. Oh, what that Living Plague is the usual. It just gets acne.
Yeah, it gets acne,
spirit
and
acne,
allergies, and
that seems to be too much for it. It just can't handle it anymore, and it dissipates. And then the plague then passes on to the one other spirit who's also over that way, and that one just gets wounded as well. It is the one that survived, seeing its poor upset friend, decides to just try and convince you to be better by just giving you a big flaming hug. In fact, giving everyone a big flaming hug, as it uses Flame Wave, conjuring a wave of fire, dealing 4 damage to foes on a tile in range 1, and a tile adjacent to it in range 2, and a tile adjacent to it in range 3. The creature sends out fire, dealing 4 damage to...
Wait, was this the creature that died, or this one?
The one that is standing next to Rick Troll was slain.
Yeah.
While the one that was standing next to the Whisk is still barely alive.
Right.
And so it sends out a wave of flame, dealing 4 damage to Rick Troll, and then 4 damage to Steve. And then it dissipates.
Man.
Does it deal any damage to me?
No.
How much to me?
4 damage. As you sends out fire that burns real bad. It is then back to the top of the round. But at the top of the round, the lava stirs and another creature bursts from it. It's another of those little sprite creatures, and it comes out of the ground right next to Anime Jones.
Oh, shit.
Who's now carrying all the ingredients in his helmet that he picked up.
I'm gonna... So I haven't actually started preparing the ingredients, right?
No.
I've just put them in
You
there.
you need the whisk before you can properly mix it all.
Yeah.
And the
Okay,
whisks.
but I've
And-
cracked the eggs and it's all in there, and...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you take it with him?
Yes,
Yeah.
you
It
can.
might make sense to start moving closer. towards
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I wonder if I should just run for it. That consecrate is still up, right?
No, desecrate.
Desecrate, yeah.
You're not. We're not good people. We don't consecrate.
And
We
desecrate is
desecrate.
still up.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna dash past that monster in front of me.
That's the new fire spirit.
Yep. And give it the finger as I run by.
Oh.
And land on the desecrate.
Okay. It is now Rick Troll's move. Is the fire spirit gives you a sort of tearful look as you pass by. And what did I do?
I'm going to use Hidden Blades, which is Lit Loose 3. Hidden Blades dealing 3 damage to up to 2 foes in range 2.
So you're not currently in range of both of the fire spirits, but
I
you
know.
can move over to where Steve is, and then you'll be in range of both of them. If
Oh,
you
can
want
I
to
do
take a
that?
step back, yeah. So you're now right in the middle of the fight, but not too close to either of them. So yeah, you do 3 damage to both of them. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it is now Steve's move. You are kind of right next to where all the ingredients are, but not immediately surrounded by enemies.
You've got the goblins you can give commands to as well.
It uses an action, right?
It will if you want to properly articulate what they need to be doing, yeah.
Yeah, well, you still need to wait on the whisk.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay where I am and use Death Grip on this new little fire sprite.
Yep.
So 4 damage to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move him onto my Desecrate patch.
Nice.
Actually, I will move into the Desecrate
patch as
square.
well. Okay, that square's looking awful crowded with both Anime Jones and Steve and one of the fire spirits on it. Oh, and all the cake ingredients, of course.
It's the place to be.
It's the place to be. It is Dank Frank's move.
Can I just use dash to move 2 into the Desecrate spot?
Yes,
Yep.
you sure can.
You're going to pick up the whisk?
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, it's
okay,
got whisk, yeah.
So like 1, 2.
You're going to dash over the Inferno?
Yeah. Do I take damage for doing it?
Yes, you would.
How
That's
much?
lava.
Just dash across that lava.
2 damage if you get an excellent attempt, and 4 damage if you do not get an excellent attempt on your running across
It's all right.
shallow lava.
I've got oil I can pour on you.
Thanks, bro.
It's regenerative oil.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Flammable
do it.
regenerative
Yeah,
oil.
but it is flammable.
We probably need to start mixing these things.
Yep, yep.
You know what I mean? Okay.
I think that these things are just going to keep popping out until we...
Overwhelming success.
Overwhelming
Oh,
success. You don't even. You just gathering it across that lava, like a,
You Jesus the shit out of that lava.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
like a
Do
horrible
we have to
evil
spend an
messiah.
action to mix them up?
It'll take someone a turn to mix it all together.
Okay,
yeah,
but if we're all standing on that, does
yeah,
it matter
you
who
can all
does
do it. Any of you can do
Cool.
it. But it is now the fire spirit's turn.
Yeah.
One of them has the living plague on it, and it suffers from it. And then each of them now, one of them's on the desecrate, so it takes its 3 damage.
2 damage.
2 damage. Every time.
I should
I'm never.
You should just say
Yeah.
4 damage.
That's the I know desecrate does 3 damage. It's always done 3 damage. Release spikes at all foes in range 3, dealing 2 damage. And then it gains a status. So this thing lets out fiery spikes, shooting everyone around it. Thankfully, almost everyone is standing on the same tile as it, but it's in the desecrate, so it does less damage. So everyone takes 2 damage. And then he gains a status that means anyone that attacks him will take 1 damage. This removes the living plague and moves it on to the other spirit. The other spirit is going to use it's going to use the same attack. All foes in range 3 dealing 2 damage. This time he does full damage, so everyone takes 2 damage as this fire spirit shoots out spines.
So wait, last time sure we only taken 1 damage because he's on the Desecrate square?
Yes.
Okay,
So you 3 damage total.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Sweet.
And then another of the fire creatures
shit.
emerges from the lava over here. Right, it's a fair distance away. It's over where the helmet was at the start, but it sees what's going on. It knows what's up. It wants to get in
some
on
of
the
that
fun.
cake.
Yeah. It is now Anime Jones' turn.
All right, I'm going to grab the whisk off
Mhm.
Dank Frank and just start whisking away.
Just whisking away.
Yep.
Is
that take an entire
that's going to
turn?
take. Yeah. Well, you got to mix it properly.
This is a
It's gonna be
serious
real
cake
quick.
we're baking.
Yeah. That's your turn up unless you want to move.
I think someone else can put it into the fire.
Yeah. So if I stay there, someone can grab it off me and then put it in the.
Well, I think
fire,
it's
right?
whisked now, isn't it? Can't you say that it's whisked and then move?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can leave it on the ground or pass it to someone else and then.
Who's up next?
And next up is Rick Roll.
All right, I'm
Troll,
going to hand
sorry.
it to. Oh wait, that you're.
It's on another tile.
Okay.
I reckon either me or Ed just grab it off you after that and put it into like.
Yeah. That's
Inferno.
cool. That's cool.
So
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
stay there. Yeah.
Stay there. Stay where you
Whisking
are.
away.
Okay, Rick Troll, it's your turn. There is a fire spirit on the same tile as all of these, as everyone else's.
Oh, there is?
Yes, but there are also a couple of spirits at range 2 of you.
How healthy is the one on the tile?
It looks pretty badly damaged, but
Okay.
it does have spines on it, so if it attacks, then flame will lash you, doing damage to you. So
Okay. I'm going to use Closing Strike. In a burst of speed, close in for the kill, move twice, then deal 4 damage to a foe in melee.
okay, that you take 1 damage from its spines as you slash it, but that will be enough to destroy it.
does she
Another
move
spirit.
onto the tile?
Yes,
then?
yeah. You'll move up close.
But this thing's dead now. Eh?
That is correct.
Alright, cool.
It and the splitting spines are discarded. It is now.
Was it just a blur of speed and then that thing just fell down?
Yeah. Just you see a incredibly fast club smashing this thing to bits stealthily, and now it's Steve's move. What's the plan, Steve?
Do you want to put the cake mix in the fire?
I'm holding the cake mix out to you.
I can't use a move to do 2 actions, eh?
No, it's an action and a move.
Alright. Yeah, I'll put the cake in the fire.
Okay. Cake is now in the fire. I'm just going to put that helmet there. That represents the cake. And it starts cooking. You can hear it. You can smell it cooking. It smells pretty good. Yeah.
I lick the whisk.
Is it actually really high quality ingredients somehow?
Do I get some health back?
No, you do not. Are you going to move away now that you put it there, or are you just
No, I'm
keep
going to stay on the
monitoring it?
desecrate square.
Okay. This spirit is already gone. Yeah, perfect. Okay, it is Dank Frank's turn.
Can I... That's in range... Is it range 2?
That is range 2, yes.
Can I summon
the sec-
spirits to try and push it into the chasm?
Yes, you can.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what I want to do.
Okay, go for it.
Give it a bit of a shuffle up. So he summons a horde of nerdy whining spirits with allergies to push it into the chasm.
I like how
And it is
normalized
a
this
worthy
has become.
attempt.
That is not going to be enough to shove it off the edge.
Okay,
Seeing it is kind
wanna
of
use
levitating a bit.
Intellect, I guess. to
Yeah,
pull
yeah.
Again, yeah.
Go for it. You spend your intellect.
With the attempt, yeah.
No, it's not
Nothing.
enough to push it. Are you going to move with your action, or?
No, I might stay on that tile.
Okay. It is the fire spirit's turn. And they both move closer to the 4 of you. And let's see what they do. One is going to do a combined assault, dealing 2 damage to a foe in range 1, plus 1 damage for each of your allies in range 1 of them. However, there's only the one of them that's close enough to do that, so that only does 2 damage to, say, Steve. Steve gets attacked.
Alright, how much damage?
2 damage. And the other one attempts the same, but they're out of range, so they can't make the attack. So, that is the fire spirit's not very effective turn.
Steve's not looking too good, eh?
Ooh.
Can these fire spirits take damage from fire?
Yes.
Yeah, they have.
Emotional, but yes.
Okay, so we can push them into the infernos and make them...
Oh yeah, does that hurt them? The actual lava?
They came out of the infernos, so probably not. Actual
yeah.
lava is probably fine, but magical fire. When you
Well,
do have
the
like
fire that
radium,
I'm shooting them with is like
radium,
like
Yeah.
infused.
yeah,
fire.
it's way cooler than
It's
regular
way
fire.
cooler and it's like neon colored.
There is a rumbling, cracking sound,
Shit.
and then out of the chasm there is a shuddering crunch, and then this colossal fiery creature pulls itself up. It looks like it's constructed of hundreds of these fire spirits, and it growls, "Something smells delicious." The commander has now entered the battle. It is Anime Jones' turn.
Shit.
The cake now progresses 1 turn along its being cooked route. I'm going to replace it with this dice that represents its the number of turns remaining for it to be beautifully cooked.
All right, I'm going to use Gathering Flame. Focus your power, ready to be unleashed. Deal 3 damage to a foe in range 2. And I can gain 2 shield as well.
Okay. Are you going to go for the badly wounded spirit, the relatively fresh spirit, or the big guy?
Shit. I'm going to go for the mostly damaged one.
Okay. How much damage does it do again?
It does 3 damage. Yeah, 3 damage.
That is enough to destroy it.
Cool.
It turns to ash.
So I switch my guitar to... I turn the treble up on my guitar.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. And I put it on my shoulder like a rocket launcher and just play one tone really high-pitched, and a laser just comes out and like just burrows into that fire spirit.
And that just destroys it utterly.
Is it this fire spirit or this one?
This one, the one that's far away from the group. Yeah. So now you've just got 2 big guys to go. It is Rick Troll's turn. That's the plan.
How healthy is that smaller spirit?
It hasn't been damaged yet. It's fresh to the battle.
I have no idea.
We can go for the bigger one, eh?
You got the goblins
Oh, yeah. Send it with some
with
gunpowder,
explosive
yeah.
barrels. Yep.
Yeah.
Can they only move one space?
Yeah, they're carrying pretty heavy stuff, so
Okay.
they can only move 1 space a turn.
Okay, I'm gonna use the mist bomb.
Okay.
So you shatter a flask filled with acrid smoke, dealing 2 damage to all foes in range 1. Place this tile effect on your tile. You and allies in range 1 of this tile effect have fade. Enemies that end their turn in range 1 of this take 1 damage at the end of your next turn. Discard this.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's too many words.
Do you want to put it under this guy? So that
We'll
it's...
still be in range 1, right?
Yes,
Okay,
yes. Yeah, so you've placed it underneath one of the spirits, meaning it's not overwriting the desecrate.
Mm-hmm.
And you're all protected by being invisible-ish.
But it's stacking, right? Like, we get the benefit of the desecrate and that.
Yes,
Right.
yes. The fade just means that you can't be picked as a target for attacks, so they can only do area of effect attacks.
Okay. But the goblins aren't in that, right?
The goblins are not in that. They are the only visible combatants at the moment. It is now Steve's turn.
Alright. I'm going to do Wicked Bolts.
Okay.
So it's 3 damage to a foe in range 3 and 2 damage to 2 foes in range 2. So I'll do 3 damage to the big fella and 2 damage to the little guy.
2 damage to the little guy. The little guy looks wounded by your attack. He gives you an upset look while the big guy's like, just wanted cake. Timmy, cake.
And I'll stay on my vomit patch.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot it's vomit.
Yeah, you're all standing in vomit.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dank Frank, what's the plan?
Can I try to use spirits to charm him and convince him that there's cake in the chasm? And that he should go down and get it?
That sounds like a bit of a tough. I mean, he can smell the cake. Yeah,
Okay.
but you can give it a go.
Oh, maybe I should just attack
You
him.
could convince them that the cake is in one of those barrels, and because they're all fiery, they'll get close to it, and then they'll just blow up.
Yeah, I don't know. No, actually, I'm just gonna I'm gonna send out a living plague on him
Okay.
to give him the status, so it deals 3 damage to him, and he has the plague now.
Okay. Dirty
I'll-
souls infect him, and he is plagued. Alright. This one fell off before, seeing as there was nothing in range, so you got your other plague back in your discard pile. It is now the little sprite's turn, and it can't see any of you, but it can see those goblins. And it is going to use the correct pile of cards. It does 3 damage to a foe at range 3, so it's going to shoot shards of fire at this explosive goblin. I'm going to just... Would you mind flipping a coin for me to see if it hits the barrel or the goblin? Hits his barrel.
Heads.
The goblin explodes. There's a shower of gore and green skin and wooden barrel shards as 8 damage is dealt to everything on that tile, and the goblin is obliterated. That is that Fire Spirit's turn. Now it is the big guy's turn. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. He can't really see what he's doing. He is going to take a step forward, moving closer to the cake. At least where he smells it coming from, because this cake is in the dust cloud, so no one knows. He can't tell where the cake is exactly. And he then takes damage from his living plague. It is... Oh, and then they both end their turn in the smoke bomb, so they both take damage. It is now... Oh, and then at the end of the round, another fire spirit, lured by the smell of deliciousness, emerges from the lava a fair distance away. It is now Anime Jones' turn. You're all on one spot. The smoke bomb's about to run out.
Yep. All right. I was supposed to get 2...
Oh, and there's
2
one
shields
turn
before?
until... Oh, you're supposed to get 2 shields?
Yeah.
Very well. Here's your 2 shield. Protected a little bit.
All right, cool.
The cake is smelling close to cooked, but it's not done yet. Not
Right.
quite done yet. And it would be such a waste to take it out now. You really don't want to just open the volcano oven before it's done.
All right. I flip my guitar to turbo mode again.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to cast Immolation, which is select a foe in range 4 that he's like right in front of me. Flip a coin. On heads, deal 3 damage to them and foes in range 1. On tails, deal 7 damage to them and 2 damage to me.
Okay.
But I also have a status that will change my coin flip.
Oh, right.
So I want tails.
Go for it.
That's heads, but I'll use my status to change it to tails. And I'll take 2 damage, which takes 2 shields off. 7 damage to them. To the big guy. Yep.
That was a spicy move, bro.
It was the spiciest.
Destructive. Yes.
That's turbo mode, man.
It is Rick Troll's turn now, and the smoke cloud begins to dissipate.
How healthy is the little guy?
Little guy looks pretty wounded.
Okay.
He looks pretty upset.
Alright, well, I'm going to ask them both if they've heard of me and my songs. And I'm going to assume the answer is no, so I get quite angry and use my explosive trident, which is discard a card from your hand to use this as your attack on your turn. Deal 4 damage to a foe in range 1. If they die, deal 3 damage to foes in range 1 of them.
Okay.
So I have to discard a card as well?
Yes.
You didn't even give them a chance to answer if they'd heard.
I knew what the answer was.
Have you heard of me?
Boom! The spirit is like, aren't you? And then just gets struck by the weapon and explodes. And that explosion also deals 3 damage to the much larger golem.
Oh,
He looks in shock at his poor exploding friend. Only one spirit remains, and it's a long way away now. And it's Steve's turn. Only one more round until the cake is ready.
It's such a weird game.
Is this not how D&D is supposed to be run?
So I'm gonna raise the corpse of the guy who died on the desecrate square.
So you gotta... Let's just put him as this ghost here.
Yep.
Get a spirit in there.
So he comes out with 10 shield, and at the end of the turn, he can deal 4 damage to up to 2 foes with melee range.
Excellent.
So I end my turn, not moving.
Mm-hmm.
And go 1.
Is that you?
Oh, hang on.
Don't touch me.
You look like a zombie.
Haven't you heard of her?
You can move diagonally onto that space.
Yeah.
And so your zombie rushes forward and attacks.
Yep.
The smoke bomb is dissipated now, so you can have this card in your discard pile. So how much damage does your ancient zombie
4
do?
damage.
4 damage.
Was there not another little...
It died.
I died.
Yeah, there's one over here, which is about to make his move after Dank Frank takes this action.
Okay. I'm going to use a scatter shot on it because it's got a status to deal 5 damage to it, but it removes the status.
Okay. This is to the big guy.
Yeah. To the
Wait,
big
what
guy.
was the status on him?
It was the Living Contagion.
Oh, right. Yes. Of course, that's who it was on. Yep.
So it deals 5 damage.
5 damage, and the status can't move to anyone else, so the fact the status is discarded. This guy, despite his extreme love for cake and his hulking form, is looking like he's in a bad way. He gives you a pained look. Cake? It is now the little sprite's turn. He's going to take a step forward, and he is going to do a combined assault, but he can't reach you, so he flails at you with his little fire hands, but without connecting.
What noise does he make?
He doesn't make any. Okay, so it's the big guy's turn, and he is going to use Apocalypse Orb. He pulls a chunk of lava from his chest and throws it down on the ground just over here, right next to you guys. At the end of his turn, it does 2 damage to everything in the area as a wave of fire washes out of that orb.
The whole
area. So
how much damage does it do?
2 damage.
Oh, that's all right.
If anyone ends their turn on the orb, it'll do 5 damage to them and the orb will dissipate. Otherwise, it's going to keep doing 2 damage every turn.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So someone needs to
Where's
take a
the
big
orc?
hit right next to you, between him and you.
Oh,
In
okay.
that corner there.
Oh, we got
What's the range of it?
10.
10.
Yes, but if you stand on top of it, the orb will just be destroyed.
I can stand on top of it next turn because I can attack him, and then it'll gain me 2 shield.
I'm gonna use my turn when it gets around to me to tell that goblin
Wait,
to put down the barrel and dash in front onto that thing.
I
Yeah.
can send my zombie onto it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's less of an unethical thing to do.
Yeah.
And then the creature takes a step back and growls at you, waiting to see what happens, and eyeing the cake. The cake finishes baking.
Yes.
Cake is now ready. Another fire spirit smells the complete cake and bursts from the fire. It's like, oh! It's Anime Jones' turn.
All right, I'm gonna scoop up the cake.
Okay. Are you going to move away now?
What do we want to do here? Like,
Get
we've
the
got the
cake.
cake. I mean, we've got the cake. I've got the cake.
Basically, take the cake and run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take the cake and
You
run.
guys don't want to finish fighting this guy?
Kind of do. Like,
Where's this health?
I'm
bar?
gonna die. I've only got like 3.
He's not
Really?
got much.
He's not
more
got
left.
much health left.
Yeah.
I mean, I can he's got that, and I can hit him with 4 next turn.
all right.
I'm pretty sure if we all swing at him this turn, he's gonna die.
I've only
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Alright.
Except you've already got the cake, so you can't.
Have you? You're low on life.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've scooped up the cake. Is that one action?
That's one
so you can
action,
still
yeah.
move.
Can I
Can you hand it to me?
throw regenerative oil at?
No, that takes an action.
No?
To,
I think you can only move. Like that's all you can do
yeah.
at this point.
Okay, whose turn is after me?
Rick Troll.
So I could grab the cake.
All right,
then.
I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna douse you with oil.
In the volcano. Regenerative
So
oil,
hold on,
right?
I haven't. So at the start of your turn, you may heal. You can give up your attack to instead heal 5 life from yourself or combatant in melee. Yeah, so I'll give 5 life to you.
Okay. So you heal back up.
So you don't pick up the cake.
No.
No, but she can pick it up on her turn.
Okay.
Yep.
5 life back.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what else can I do if I pick up the cake? Nothing.
You can move.
Yeah. Are you going to move as well? Anime?
No, I'm just gonna stay there.
Okay. So it's now your turn, Rick Troll. Vix, what's the plan?
I want to pick up the cake and I want to get out of there.
Okay, so you got the cake and you're just going to go for the exit?
Yeah.
Okay. It's kind of heavier than you thought, so, but you make your way this way. This is the exit tile. It is now Steve's move. We've got the cake. Prophecy's almost fulfilled.
Fantastic. Is there another corpse?
Yes, there are plenty
There's
of fire
a lot.
spirit
We've just
corpses
been taking
now.
them off the board.
Plenty
Yeah,
kind of
I reckon it's
corpses.
worth just swinging at the big dude because I feel like these little corpses are just going to keep
Mm.
coming back no matter what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll discard a desecrate to deal 4 damage to the big dude.
To the big dude?
Yep.
Okay. He takes 4. 2, 3, 4. Cries out in pain, looking longingly at the cake that's disappearing away.
And then with my undead dude's turn, I move him onto the square.
That
Of the
all
big
blows
booty
up,
room.
and that will do 5 damage to your zombie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The zombie still lives.
Yep.
Wow.
It's a tough zombie.
So is that gone then?
Yes, that effect is gone. You no longer take damage every round.
Oh, no, too late.
Oh, you can move now if you want.
Yeah. I was just gonna move back one.
Okay. It is now Dank Frank's turn.
I'll just use steady shot
Okay.
to deal him 4 damage.
Okay, 4 damage to the big guy.
Yeah, that's all it's going to do.
What do you use to shoot?
My weapon is an augment. So
Oh.
normally I deal 3 damage to character in range 2, but this adds additional range and also deals an extra damage. So yeah, it deals 4 damage to him.
And you're shooting souls at him.
Yeah, shooting nearly souls
Okay.
at him. So he's got like 1 health left.
He's got 1 health left. It's his turn. And he is going to just carve a path to the cake. He moves 3 tiles in a straight line in any direction, dealing
Jesus.
5 damage to each foe on the tiles he passes through. So he just runs straight through the zombie, obliterating it, and ends up on Rick Troll's for tile, dealing 5 damage to Rick Troll.
You still alive?
Yeah, thanks for the 5.
Yeah, the healing potion, oil did the job, and you just have to hold the cake away from him as he clutches at it. It is Anime Jones' turn, up to the top of the round. Little Fire Spirit. Little Fire Spirit is going to move closer and still be out of range to do his attacks. There's one more Fire Spirit, and he is going to do Splitting Spines, dealing 2 damage to 3 foes in range 3. Who should he go for? He's going to go for the closest ones first. So that means that Dank Frank takes 2 damage. Rick Troll is safe, while Anime Jones and Steve all take 2 damage.
If we're on that tile, do we only take 1?
No, that's if the enemy's on that tile, they do less damage.
Alright, so I get my life card.
Oh, yeah.
Blood Mist.
Mm-hmm.
The blood from your wound forms a living mist that shrouds you, granting you shield 2. You may gain this status.
Which says you have Fade.
Which is Fade, yeah.
So
but I've lost all of my health things. So is the shield enough to sustain
shield is
me?
enough to sustain you.
Okay.
It's like an adrenaline shot.
Yeah, pretty much. You're sustained only by magical energy at this point.
Alright.
And the rest of you took their 2 damage?
Yeah, I just put it up in.
Excellent. Okay. Now it's your guys' turn again, Anime Jones.
All right. I'm going to use Blood to Ash. Your wounds burst into flame. You can direct, if you're not on full life. Deal 6 damage divided as you wish among foes in range 1. So the big guy is only on 1 life.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit him with 1.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll divide, I guess, 2 to the fiery one.
Uh-huh.
That's next to me, and 3 to the other one next to them.
That's enough to take out the other fiery one, the second one. So, yep, you managed to take them out. Are you going to move out of here, or?
Probably. I mean, we've killed...
Yeah, it looks like the creatures are going to retreat now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll move over to Steve over there.
Okay. So you're getting close to the exit.
Yep, I'll just move
to
Steve.
Actually,
the exit is where...
so you want to move diagonally,
Yeah. I'll move towards the exit where the cake is.
Okay.
Yep.
Is everyone just going to go for the exit now?
I might go and investigate him to see what's worth picking up.
Yeah, so you take a look at his corpse, and it looks like there's a bunch of armor and weapons like embedded in his body from when he was, I guess, fighting all these other guys that came up here. You notice one that glistens in an interesting way, a cold silk cloak, which means someone wearing this cloak can start combat with Fade.
Probably
perfect
makes
for the
sense
stealthy.
for you to have it, because you're already like the Fady character
Yeah,
anyway.
so you have Fade until you take an attack action. So you can move around while invisible.
Yeah, because I don't need to get him range of them, you know what I mean? Which you probably do.
Yeah.
No one will take notice. That's the...
The fire spirit withdraws back into the lava, seeing as its leader is gone and its cake is disappearing off. It's done with this, and you're able to leave the volcano in relative safety. You with your one surviving goblin trailing behind.
He just stood there watching the whole time.
Good work, everyone. You got 5 experience for successfully defeating all these creatures.
Yeah.
You have 8, I believe.
Ooh.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Whoa. How do we level up?
200.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when it happens. So you make your way down, but something's wrong. The town's less glowy than it was. From the top of the volcano, you don't have that disco glow, even though it's starting to get dark. You can see that there's no light coming from the village, except for just torches. Something's going on. You guys gonna rush down to the village to see what's going on?
Maybe we should send the goblins to scout it out first.
We still don't know what the cake is for, and I'm hungry.
Steve, we've baked your cake. What do we do now?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we find the Eradicator. I didn't think this far ahead.
Okay, so
I guess we're gonna just head to that town, our town.
yeah. So you head down the slope. The goblin seems to be starting to act a little strangely. The one with the barrel.
Yeah.
he's just sort of looking around, a little bit confused as to what's going on.
What's
It's
wrong,
not just the
Goblin guy?
alcohol. He gives you a look and just doesn't answer. He's sort of like edging away from you a little bit, like
Let's hit him.
going
Shake
please.
him.
Shake him. I shake him.
You shake him. He shakes about. He drops the barrel, which rolls down the hill.
Oh no!
And he stops talking. He seems to not be talking intelligibly anymore.
Oh shit! I know what's going on.
Can I steal his hat?
You can steal his hat. Yeah.
He had a hat this whole time.
he had a hat. It was not a very nice hat, but it's not a baseball cap.
Not a baseball cap.
Yeah. He looks a bit upset. And gets sort of like a hungry goblin look in his eyes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna slice him in half with my keytar.
Oh my goodness. You kill this poor goblin.
Oh, I don't need to make a check?
No, he's kind of, you've got him
Okay,
grappled.
cool.
He's still a little bit confused.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
he's
murder
dead.
Yes, I know what's happened. I get what's happened. Someone's stolen the radium, and they're all reverting back to their goblin craziness.
Well, that seems like a real leap. I think he just jumped to that conclusion.
You're talking crazy.
Either that or he had a cold. I don't want to take any chances.
Okay, you're going to keep going back down to
Yes.
the town?
Yeah.
So you make your way down to the town, and it's eerily quiet. Like, real quiet. It's even quieter than when you first arrived. You don't see anyone around. There's sort of just a dull glow coming from some windows. As you get to the center of the town, suddenly figures start to sort of crawl out of the shadows. They're down on all fours. They got their sort of jagged knives out,
Yeah,
and
they're
they
all
sort of hiss at
goblin-y.
you. What's the plan? There's a lot of them. Like,
Blow up the
Well,
town.
the town.
Just blow it up.
I
It's
get-
time for this town to go.
We're gonna start backing off and like backing towards the front gate, and then I'm gonna start lobbing fireballs at
okay.
at the barrels.
Yep, go for it. You just lob fireballs.
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence check to successfully lob a fireball at the nearest building.
Utter failure.
Does he get a reset because
Yeah.
of the end of the thing?
He gets his intelligence cards back.
Yeah,
Do you have any
I'll-
intelligence?
Yeah, I've got 3. I'll
Nice.
use an intelligence card. Excellent attempt.
Excellent attempt. So your fireball flies and just strikes one of the barrels in front of one of the buildings.
Yep.
And there is a moment of just silence, and then just explosions everywhere. The entire town just goes up in flame. Like, you're momentarily blinded by
Holy
the light.
shit.
All these fireworks start spinning off.
So it's a happy explosion.
And there's screams. As goblins fly everywhere, just on fire, just bits of them all over the place. You guys have to look away and have no choice but just to slowly walk away as the ground shakes at your feet. And bits of goblin and goblin clothing and goblin memorabilia and goblins' friends and family rain down around you. You guys gain 474 experience. You've leveled up.
All we had to do was blow up a town.
And we'll leave this. We'll call the end of this particular session as you guys pick your ultimate abilities that you got for reaching level 3 in one fell swoop. Congratulations, you murdered a lot of people.
They were turning into goblins. Well, they were turning into feral goblins. We had no choice. I mean, we could have investigated and probably returned the radium to them, but why take the chance?
400 and something experience. Man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's your ultimate abilities. You guys can pick what
I'm
you
just
want to
glad I
be
got a
on
hat.
level.
Don't even need the ability.
The ability is a hat.
I don't know what my ultimate
A
ability
nice
is.
hat.
Okay, so you've got two choices. You guys just read over them by yourselves and pick out your favorite.
All right, so while we're figuring that out, that is the end of episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll be back next week with episode 3. So thanks for listening. Happy holidays. Bye.
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 See ya.
How far off track did we go?
I
You planned all that, right?
Oh, yeah. And it's been a roller coaster of, oh no, I think I can get them back on track, and nope, they're seducing an old lady.
That wasn't part of it. I thought that.
Yeah, I thought that's what you were supposed to say.
Yeah.